Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 16th to the 22nd, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. And if you are sensitive to noise, this is the time to mute the reading, let the healing energy wash over you, and unmute the reading when you see me pick up the singing bowl. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Libra, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh, we are crowned by the Emperor. Here he is called the Council of Monarchs. Then we have the Five of Swords, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. We have the Ace of Cups. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh, goodness. Let me just pick these up. That came flying right out. We have the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. It's really quite intense. Angels and spirit guides. We have the 6 of Swords. I love how the swords are flying out and you are an air sign energy. So represented by the swords, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. The Empress, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. The High Priestess. Oh, I love this combination. The Ace of Swords, not surprised. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, and the Tower. Okay. So is this intense? Absolutely. There is no lie about it or way to get around the intensity of this week. You're crowned with the Emperor. You have the Empress coming into play. This is a soulmate connection, true love connection. So if you are on the market for meeting somebody, you could definitely meet somebody during this time that just totally jives with you. You're like, wow, we really connect well. This could be romantic. This could be business-wise. This could be friendship-wise. I do see it more in the realms of romance, but if you aren't looking for a romantic partner, this can be a friendship that you guys just get each other. This can be a business partnership where you have the same ideas. So just be aware of that for this week, or it's just like you feel even more connected to your partner. You know, you can feel more like you're being seen, you're being heard by those around you, which is also a really great thing. With the Emperor, this is Aries energy, March 21st to April 19th. There is an intensity here, right? We're crowned with being the emperor, the ruler, the absolute like kind of king of kings, right? The emperor could tell kings what to do. In ancient times, it was the emperor and it was the pope that held a lot of power. So here in the medieval world. So here we have the Council of Monarchs. So we have each one of the elements of the tarot represented: the pentacles, the staves, the swords, and the cups, the staves, the wands, you know. So here there is that sense of each getting a voice, of each king getting a voice, coming together as one council. So we'll see each aspect of ourselves, the practical aspect of ourselves, the emotional aspect of ourselves, the thinking, verbalizing aspect of ourselves, and the passionate creating aspect of ourselves coming together. We can wear many hats during this time, but we have a strong sense of how we need to move forward, of what it is that we're building, what it is that we desire. We're looking at a bigger picture here. And as we do so, as we are, strongly walking forward in our power, in what we want, the Five of Swords comes into play, and we're going to be facing battles that we have faced before. Now, we have the Ace of Cups here, and we have the Ace of Swords. So we take these because of the Council of Monarchs, and they're represented here. But we're taking these gifts, and these are emotional gifts. These are gifts of the mind and of the heart. And the heart and the mind work together, right? And what we're going to see is that emotions runneth over, right? We have really intense emotions, really powerful feelings. We can have emotions coming forward during this week that just detox us, right? A really good cry, just releasing negative energy, releasing chaos, releasing hurt, releasing pain. But we have the Five of Swords here that makes us feel fragile, right? So we're facing something that we have faced before that has brought us to our knees in one way or another, that has made us doubt ourselves, that has made us look at ourselves in a different light, in a different way. With the Ace of Cups coming forward, we are then flooded with feeling, flooded with emotion. So we can want to just shut that down and say no. So do be mindful about this during this week, that we can be a little adverse to our feelings, to letting ourselves embrace what we want. We can feel more on guard because we know that there's a sensitivity within us that wants to come out, that needs to be released. And we're like, nope, not now. You can't do it. Because not only do we have the Five of Swords where we're coming into a battle that we've been in before, but we're handling it so differently. And that's what we have to know about ourselves, is that we're not the same person we were when we were brought to our knees before, when we were hurt, when we were overwhelmed. With the Ten of Swords coming into play, we're coming to a completion of a cycle when it comes to our thoughts, when it comes to our ways of looking at things. We are seeing ourselves, our lives, what we desire so differently. And as we do so, we're embracing our voice. We're embracing what it is that we want, and we're becoming empowered. We are also seeing the swords that were stabbed in our back, becoming now our weapons to use, our knowledge, our wisdom that is moving us forward. But this can also be overkill, okay? We can be kind of overthinking, overanalyzing things, looking at something, and all of a sudden it becomes bigger than we ever thought it would be, or it becomes bigger than people looking in think it should be. So just be mindful about this during this time. With the Nine of Swords, this is worry that keeps us up at night. It's robbing our sleep, which doesn't help us not to worry, not to fret, not to feel overwhelmed. Because when we're not sleeping well, we can just feel even more drained, even more overwhelmed, even more like, oh my gosh, everything is terrible. So being mindful about this, letting ourselves heal ourselves, letting ourselves sit in healing, sit in connection, sit in love, that's going to be really important. And it's going to be something that we find kind of difficult to do. You cannot fill a cup if you don't have a gallon yourself, because you can't just fill a cup with a cup, because then you're empty, right? So here, you need to take care of yourself. And that's going to be something we find hard to do. We tend to overthink. We're tending to overanalyze. With the Six of Swords, we actually have a lot of knowledge. Like, this line is beautiful. Even though we have the Tower here, this is a time of tremendous change. And we might find that we're changing a lot during this week. Like, by the end of the week, we're like, you know what? No, I'm not doing that anymore. You're calling this person out. You're calling that situation out. You're like, nope. And it doesn't mean you have to confront anybody. We don't have to be combative. We can call it out within ourselves and then move forward in this energy. Because the Six of Swords is saying we have the knowledge, now it's time to move forward. But we are moving forward with hesitance. We are moving forward with caution. So being aware of that is going to be super important. Hesitantly, cautiously, powerfully, beautifully moving forward. With the Empress, this is us, being pregnant with ideas. This is us giving birth to ideas, creativity, insight. It doesn't necessarily have to be, the picture of the pregnant empress denotes the wealth and prosperity of a nation, denotes creativity, denotes, bringing forward change that will stay in this world long after we do. So here, there is powerful change that's coming forward that has a lasting power to it, that has a lasting being to it. The Empress is also nurturing, caring, giving. And then we have the High Priestess, which is on the other scale, where the High Priestess, I always think of the Oracle of Delphi, where, people can argue that it was the fumes that made the Oracle of Delphi who it is that she was, but people came from far and wide to hear her prophecies. Alexander the Great heard her prophecies and held them and kept them, with him, had them written down. And so here, it is given wisdom, but the wisdom is a riddle. We are all given wisdom. We are all given our karmic path. We are all, kind of shown our Akashic records. And it is our job on this earthly plane to weed through all the chaos, all the nonsense of this world, and step into our power, and step into ourself, and step into our beauty of being. And that's really important here. The veil is lifted from our eyes. We're starting to see something a little bit more clearly, something a little bit more honestly. And as we do so, there's a sense of like, can I create? Can I bring this forward into the world? Have I given up on my ability to create and cultivate what I love and what I want and what I need for myself? The Ace of Swords comes forward. And the Ace of Swords is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, gives you this gift just for you, Libra, because you are represented by the swords in the minor arcana. This is cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments. It is a clarity of voice. It is a clarity of mind. It is a sense of empowerment. There is a sense of knowing what it is that you want to say. You know how sometimes with air sign energy, I myself and an air sign energy, we can get we have all these ideas come forward, and saying them, articulating it can feel so hard because it's like, well, nobody's going to understand. Nobody sees it. Nobody gets it. And here we have a clarity come forward for us where it's like, oh, I see this. Oh, I get this. Oh, I understand what I need to bring forward. We are seeing the dragons that we need to slay within ourselves, the same dragons that are coming forward with the Five of Swords that says, you can't do this, right? You don't get to have this power, this authority. And we say, oh no, you're so wrong. We are so different than who we once were. We now bring dragons forward. We now, not the dragons that make us doubt and fear, but the dragons that protect and guide us. And the Tower time is that we are entering into a time of profound and intense change. It's not what we thought it was going to be. And the way that we see the world has changed very powerfully because of this. The Tower is being shaken out of our comfort zone, and it's walking out of our comfort zone. A tower doesn't have to be an intensely terrible time. It's just a time of powerful, intense change that has us being different people than we thought, has us going down a different path than we had imagined. And it's not different people in a bad way. It's, oh my gosh, I didn't know I would be able to handle that. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was even a possibility. And all of a sudden we see ourselves move forward in more strength and more understanding, because we are also, after a Tower time, learning how to rebuild, learning how to exist with everything so different than what we had thought it would be. And we have such power behind us. We have such a connection with the sacred feminine, but also with the sacred masculine coming forward. We see things that people don't necessarily want us to see, meaning that we're looking deeper into this world. We're not just looking at the surface where people want us to say. We look deeper and deeper, and we're starting to see what is truly before us. And as we start to see the world with honesty and clarity, we start to see ourselves with honesty and clarity. And all of a sudden, the fear that has held us back, the overthinking, the overanalyzing, the thinking that we're wrong, or putting extra burdens on ourselves, or trying to please everybody else before even seeing what it is that we want, we are releasing that, and we are freeing ourselves in a way that lets our hearts shine. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, ooh, goodness, and spirit guides. So you have here the bluebird. And it says, you are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. And I love that for you. I love the happiness. I love the peace coming forward. Let the joy in. Let the blessings in. Your chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Is determination. This is the solar plexus chakra. You are determined. Now, are you going to be facing battles? Yes, because the salmon are swimming upstream. Could there be an easier way to do this? Sure, maybe. But this is the way that it has to be done. So I don't know if there's an easier way for salmon to go in and lay their eggs, but they swim upstream. And so during this time, you are going through hurdles and barriers in order to get to where it is that you want to be. And it's exhausting, it's intense, but once you are there, you have achieved your goal. Like once you are there, you can revel in this success and this beauty. Trust your gut. Interlacing your fingers and massaging around your tummy all the way down to your lower intestines can be very beneficial for you for helping any blockages in the gut. So being aware of that is important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the 8 of Cups. This is walking away from what you once thought you would love. This is an ending that is quite severe. So be mindful of what you are severing during this time. Be mindful of the mind making things bigger than the reality of it is. So stepping back and, stepping into your heart, stepping into your feelings, but letting yourself calm, letting yourself center yourself. That's going to be really important. And you're going to see that you're dealing with a lot. So there can be like a big change that you want to make. It's like, don't make it this week. Don't make it this week. Take the knowledge that comes in as you start to move forward, as we calm the overthinking, as we don't feel as stressed out, as we don't feel as attacked, because it's going to be very easy this week to feel attacked. If we step back and we step into, our hearts and what we want to create, and we start to look at what is overwhelming us, and we see and honor the tower time that we have been through, the time of immense change that has rocked our world and changed our existence more than we had ever thought it would or it could, then we can make those decisions. But this is a week to gain our footing, to gain our understanding, and to see that there is so much more knowledge and wisdom to us than we had realized. And there is so much more that we want to create and cultivate in our world than we had thought, and that we need to defend that. We need to bring this forward with power, prosperity, and determination. It brings us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the ostrich. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. Yeah, things are going to become clearer once you step out of the chaos, but stepping out of the chaos is going to be intense. So be aware of this. It moves us then to our chakra energy, which is self-mastery. Again, the solar plexus chakra coming forward. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, let yourself shine, and let yourself, let yourself listen to what your inner wisdom is saying. That's going to be very important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And this is the Magician, okay? So the Magician is a very good card. It's a blessing card. But when we're told to be mindful of it, it's like, hey, be mindful that you're not seeing your own magic. Be mindful that the Magician and the High Priestess go together as beautifully as the Empress and the Emperor. Okay, so we have this connection coming forward, and we can have this connection come forward, and it feels like everything is right, but there's something that is off. Okay, so meaning that you can have somebody that comes in during this time or you have somebody around you that it feels like spiritually or like they fully see you, but you need to fully see yourself first, because you might find out that they're seeing themselves more and wanting you to kind of conform into what they're seeing for themselves instead of what you are truly seeing for you. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because that is very important for somebody moving forward, because there's this sense of you have this tremendous power, tremendous wisdom, and they see that and they want to use that power and that wisdom for themselves, and they want to manipulate it for their own success, and they would be more than happy to kind of like leave you out of that success later on. So just being mindful about that is going to be important here. And it is also important to know that as above, so below, as you think it, so it becomes. So when your mind is going a mile a minute and you're downing yourself and you're having all this chaos come in, it is hard to see your blessings. It is hard to truly connect to your joys. It brings us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the Elder of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Subconsciously, you need grounding, stable energy that moves you forward. You're going to be very attracted to energy that is grounding, that is stable, that is secure. That's going to be very, very sexy to you during this time, but it's just going to be also something that you need to do for yourself. You need to ground yourself, you need to stabilize things, and you need to honor your energy. All right, Libra, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this week and of ourselves. And this is the time, if you're noise sensitive, to mute the reading, let the healing energy wash over you, and then unmute it. Well, you can just turn it off actually. All right, let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed week. Bye.